Hello, welcome to Hard Mode and Hardware, and welcome to live streaming the World of Warcraft Classic queue. It says 12 minutes, but it's going down pretty quick. Hello to my live viewers. Hello to my video viewers when this goes up as a video afterwards. Just gonna see if I can do a little bit of admin while we're waiting for this. How are we all today? If you're on a video, pop a comment below. Tell me how your day is, even if it's 3 weeks in the future. Tell me how your day is. If you're in the live chat, do that now. I'm gonna do a little bit of admin. Little bit of admin. Do. Sorry, this is going to be very long. I have to cut this bit out, aren't I? Where we are, 12 minutes. I don't think it'll be 12 minutes. I really don't. I don't think it'll be 12 minutes. I'm hoping it's not going to be 12 minutes. You don't need 12 minutes of waiting for this, do you? If it's 12 minutes, I'll cut it. Don't worry, for the video viewers. If you're watching the live stream, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to time this queue so that I don't do it too early and get kicked out. It's challenging. I don't mind telling you, it's challenging. Right, let's just share this stream for all my lovely viewers so that nobody misses it. Have we got any comments? Just died watching your mug. Oh, sorry, Doug. Sorry. Got to keep your eyes on the prize and not my mug. Let's share now. Share, boost to Facebook. Right, there we go. Sorry about that. Just got to do the admin, haven't you? Got to do the admin. Right, ho. Let's stop messing around with that and let's talk. Let's talk. Not the level 8 pig, not princess. You didn't die to princess, did you? Because you really shouldn't be attempting princess on your own. He says, I'll probably try and attempt it on my own. I'll try it twice. The first time will be a disaster. I'll convince myself that that I'll be able to do it if I try harder. I'll do it the second time, I'll get a bit closer, but I'll still die. And then the third time, I'll be in the LFGs looking for a group. 9 minutes to go. Sorry, folks. Like I say, trying to time it was really hard because I logged in earlier on. It was only about 48 minute bog standard pig. A level 8, but what level were you? I logged in earlier on. It was about 50 odd minutes. I thought I'll time it so it's about right for the stream, and it's just gone a bit longer than I thought it was. I'm sorry. Oh, group of 4 for princess, but you died to a normal pig. That's saddening. I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. Thoughts and prayers, as they say on social media these days. Thoughts and prayers. 6. To be fair, you were taking it hard mode, weren't you? Nice. We approve of hard mode around here. Taking on a level 8 pig when you're level 6. Is that on the warlock or the paladin? Less than a minute. How exciting. Let's get ready. Oh, I'm back to 7 minutes. 6 minutes. This is just me. The first part of this video is just going to be me commenting on the queue, which you can see anyway if you're watching. What colour should we have? I've got green for Hunter at the moment. Q Simulator. Oh, hello, Jonty. Geekism there. Huge channel is watching my live stream. Yeah, Q Simulator. It's brilliant, isn't it? 7 minutes, 470th in the queue. That's some proper. That's British level queuing. That we love a queue in Britain. Red for the Horde. Blue for Alliance. Blue for Alliance. I'm going to go back to green for Hunter. So this live stream, if you're watching the video, I basically want to do a bit of a guide of how to survive the first. Well, how to survive all the way to 60 as a hunter, but this first bit will be just the first few levels, what abilities you should be using, if you don't already know. If you know, then you can watch along for hilarity and point out all my mistakes. And then when we get to level 10, if we get to level 10, there'll be talents as well. And the talents are important because they cost money to reset now. Yeah, that's right. If you watch my video, 10 things you need to know about WoW Classic, I point out that you need to pay to reset your talents. Yeah, I was looking forward to it big time, but I think a lot of people, it swung either way. If you've played Classic, if you played Vanilla, there's some people who are just like, I don't remember it being like this, I thought it was better, and there's some people that get just absolutely in their elements. I'm with you. I'm really enjoying it. I've only played about a couple of hours and it's been brilliant. Are you playing a rogue, Jonty? Because I know you played a rogue previously, last year or the year before. You were playing a rogue on retail. 6 minutes to go. Oh, right. So yeah, so it is like a new experience for you. Yeah, I wish I had that. I'm coming back to it, having been in vanilla, and I'm like, yeah, I remember this. I loved it. Night Elf Rogue, level 6, nice. I came back. I'm come back to it, and I'm going, oh, I remember this. I love it. And there's just little details and little things you remember, that go, oh yeah, I remember that. Ah, oh. That's pretty much every comment that comes out my mouth about it at the moment. Oh god, yeah, I remember that. So yeah. I'm doing my hunter. I've got a hunter and a warrior. I started off with a hunter, and got him to level 60 and did all of the bump with him, and then started a warrior not long before Burning Crusade came out because I was impressed by a warrior who was in our guild. I was like, that's for me, that is. So I've got both because I'm going to be leveling both. Hopefully, we'll see how it goes, be leveling with Doug on the 3-man at some point. Hopefully, soon. We'll be grabbing all the hard to do stuff in the world, so like Hogger and stuff. We're going to try and 3-man it because some of it is still tricky at 3-man. So we're going to give that a go because it's supposed to be hard mode and hardware. Not that he needs this, but if you're watching this now or if you're watching on the video, you've got to check Geekism out because he's got some of the best creation game videos going. So like Parkitect and Planet Coaster, and he's got a lot of content coming for Planet Zoo, I think, soon. He's already covered loads of the pre-release stuff, so definitely go and check that out. The handful of people who are going to watch this, you need to go and check that channel out. It won't help him any for me to say this, but I genuinely mean it when I say that he's got some great content. That man knows his creation games, so go and check that out. Laying face down in the dirt after being killed by a yellow pig. Yeah, I remember that. My shrink. And now I have work to do. Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I can't wait for PvP because there's nothing finer than getting smashed by other people than being mocked in Orcish. Keck. Everyone remembers Keck. Turn the chat bubbles off, but maybe I should put them back on. Four minutes. Look at this. 7 minutes into the stream. From when it's supposed to start, I've still got 4 minutes of queue. Sorry, guys. Isn't this screen just lovely? Generic. Now. What's funny about this is... See, this is the portal. But this was long before Burning Crusade. But then the story of the orcs was always about them coming from the portal, wasn't it? And that's why the portal starts out in Blasted Lands from the very beginning. Yeah, that's right. I've answered my own question there. Like, well, I was going to say, why is there a portal in this when it didn't come along till Burning Crusade? Of course, the portal's already been there from the start. Don't mind me, I'm just waffling. It's Q not Q dementia. Q fever. Q fever, we'll call it. Dementia's no joke. Q fever, we'll call it, like cabin fever, but in a queue. You still playing, Doug, or have you given up? Cloth braces, I just saw that. Cloth braces on your pally. That's classic all over. See, now if you were in retail, you'd have been heirloomed up to the ears. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, absolutely right. It's just the orcs going back to Outland, and when they get there, it's a bit broken. Sorry. Gul'dan. Just tell them that. I'm sure they'll be fine with it. Just say, I'm not after your candles. I just want your gold dust. Oh, and your candles. You know, take candle. Just make sure everything's lovely. We're nearly there. 2 minutes to go. 134 people need to log off right now. Right now. Yeah. No, you're right. I don't. Bye. Except for this question. Have you got a box of candles? Because then I don't have to take your candle. We can just have like a box of candles. I can hand them in. You get to keep yours. Everyone's happy. Don't mention the gold dust. They might be angry about that. Realm is full, 108, less than a minute. Level 7 now. Right. That's good going. I'm interested to see how far I'm going to get before A, the stream finishes at around 10, or B, get kicked out, which happened the other night. Although I'm hopeful that Teldrassil's not going to be as busy tonight. Goldshire wasn't last night. It was like starting a new character in a new expansion. So like lots of people making new characters, but not so many that it was ridiculous. So I'm hoping that Shadow Glen will be the same. I've already logged. I've recreated the Hunter because the other night I dinged level 2, and I actually want to talk about it from the start. So I've restarted the Hunter. I've logged on to, so you don't have to watch the cinematic. I just quit it anyway. But we're going to start from level 1 in Shadow Glen. It's not about the race. I'm not going to go into racials because obviously there's, I think 4 races can go a Hunter. There's Night Elf, Dwarf, Orc, Troll, and I think a Tauren can go a Hunter. Don't hold me to that, maybe not. But either way, there's at least 4 races that can go a Hunter. So it's not about the racial stuff because this will apply to all of the Hunters. And it's not about the quests I'm doing. It's about how to take on mobs and what skills to use and which ones to not bother using. Because you might actually save some money if there's a skill that you're not really going to use till later on. Because every silver counts at this point. Less than a minute. 29 in the queue. 27. Here we go. Human. Can you make a human hunter? Because they never used to be human. They never used to be human. I think I came along in one of the expansions. Either way, it's not about the race, because if it was, then it'd be too specific, and I want to help anyone. So it's all about Hunter. Forget the quest I'm doing, that's just to level up while we're talking. 9 in the queue. 1 in the queue. This is where it kicks me out and I have to go to the back. There's my warlock I've been playing with. That's my warrior, and there's my hunter, so let's go. Hello, Mike. Welcome to hard mode and hardware. I say that, but you're generally involved in the videos, so welcome to the channel that runs your videos. Right, so
Peace be with you.
you start. We've got attack, which is largely useless, so I'm going to take that out of the way. You've got Raptor Strike, which is a melee attack, which you're going to be using a lot to begin with, and you've got Auto Shot. Keep the Auto Shot on there because for some reason right-clicking from a distance doesn't seem to stick it on ranged. I don't know why that is. It used to at one point, but maybe that was brought in later. So I'm just going to put it across.
Good luck, friend.
So for the most part, it's just going to be pulling them with the auto shot until you get inside the range, because there's a minimum range on the bow, which I forgot about. There's another thing I forgot about. So you're just going to pull them from as far as you can, basically. I didn't then. You're going to pull them from as far away as you can. See, look, there's only a smattering of people. I know that because there's mobs still alive. Yeah, so I'm going to pull them from as far as I can. And I'm just going to, as soon as it gets inside, I'm just going to Raptor Strike. Just because it's going to do a bit of extra damage. And then just keep hitting them. And that's how it's going to be that boring to begin with. Unfortunately, but that's how everyone starts, with a couple of abilities. Exciting things to come with Hunter. If you've never played a Hunter before, I'm guessing there's quite a lot of people might. If you're going to watch this video, you might already be. You're probably already a player. But if you're not, if you're thinking about it, if you've had mates banging on about it and stuff, some of the exciting things you can do with a Hunter, especially in Classic, you get to tame a pet. So, and the best bit about it is you can largely tame any animal you want. I think it was a later patch in Classic where they even let you, it might have been Burning Crusade, where they let you tame things like Dragonkin and exotic beasts, but it was talented, so you had to put the talent into the right tree. Mike's also on the stream in chat as Laney, the rogue, I believe. Yeah, so there's pets, which is cool. You can even tame, you can try and tame the rare pets, so it'd be like, there's creatures in certain zones that are named or they're elite. You can actually do it. It usually takes a trick to do it because you'll die if you don't get it right. But you can tame some of the rare tigers and things like that. Traps are good. You're essentially like you've got like some diminished mage powers with traps because you can actually freeze them in place. It's not super effective. It doesn't work all of the time. So even though this is not as busy, it's still not exactly teeming with mobs. Right, okay. Yeah, so it doesn't work all the time, but when it works, it's brilliant, and that's one of the tricks you need to tame some of the harder, some of the elites, because they will kick your butt. Feign Death's another one. That's quite a big one. It's a good one for PvP, that, because, well, out in the world, when you're questing, it means you can drop, if you pick up too many mobs trying to drop them with a Feign Death, they tend to die. They run away. In PvP, no one's going to fall for that, obviously, but it does break target. So it's one of those things that gets used. It's got a lot of utility. So Feign Death's always good. Doug's got some plate braces. Doug's also in the chat here. Mike smells. What he smells of, nobody knows, but all we know is he smells. So I'm currently just trying to chase down all these. I'm going to get Ding level 2 because we need, and complete this quest because I need to get the next ability to show you what we're doing next. Oh, they were male. Boo. You can't wear plate yet, can you? That was another thing. Even plate wearers, Pallies and warriors, couldn't wear plate until level 40. Hunters could only wear leather until level 40, I think, as well. And then they could wear mail. Thanks for coming, Jonty. Hope you have fun with Kiddo in the park. Yep, see you later. Yeah, love a bit of Shadow Glen. I do, Doug. Boars. I've got my boars. I need cats. Lots of cats. What I need to do is kill the boars to get the cats to respawn. Yeah, level 40 it was for the armor changes.
I can't.
No, we're level 2 now, so that's the ding right there. We've gained 17 hit points and 20 mana. That's right, mana. Hunters use mana in Classic. Imagine that. There's some flimsy Flimsy chain kekaroos right there. Oh look, that's another thing. If you watch my video 10 things you need to know, resources, your supplies you need, there's arrows there, rough arrows. I've got 185 rough arrows. Must remember to keep them stocked. Ooh, critted. 29. 29, boom. There's a cat. There's a lot of people AFK here, which is good. I need another 3 cats after this one.
I need to target something.
There's a guild called Horde's Nightmare here. It's looking for friendly, casual players. If you're not friendly, don't apply. If you're not casual, don't apply. If you're both of those things, you should apply. From every level, from WoW veterans to people who have never played before, everyone is welcome. Wish me for an invite. That sounds like a lovely guild. You should go and check them out if you need a guild. We haven't got a guild yet, but we're going to form one at some point when we get together. So that we can start rolling on the raids and dungeons eventually. Hopefully. I don't like guns, and guns end up being one of the best things you can get in Classic, if I remember rightly. I like bows. I'm a big... On Night Elves anyway, they suit a dwarf, I'll give you that. But on a Night Elf, I really think you've got to go bow. I don't even like bows on a Night Elf. I know, it's a fussy attitude to such a simple thing. That's when Transmog came along. I was made up you could... funds are a problem for the guild. They are indeed. So, normally what you do is you offer to pay people to sign the charter. But if you're watching this, you want to join our guild, hop onto Pirewood Village on EU. Come and find one of us, and you can pay us to be in our guild. That'll work, Doug. I'm sure that'll work. I'm sure they'll be queuing up to pay us to join the guild. While you're at it, you can pay for my epic riding skill. Right, so that's that quest complete. We're level 2, so we'll get a quest now to go and get another ability, which is going to be useful, which I will run through in a moment. So, there's a quest marker. So, there's no quest markers on the big map. There's a yellow dot when you've got a completed quest. But other than that, it's not going to show you from miles away, so you need to know where you're going back. Although it's usually fairly straightforward. So I'm going to go with the archery training gloves. There's no stats on them at the moment, but leather is always good because it's going to be higher armor than cloth. So unless you've got an equivalent set of gloves and you haven't got braces, then obviously you can go for the leather option. So I'm going to pick up the edge sigil, which is our hunt quest. I'll pick up Balance. Like I said, we're not going to be... It's not about the quests I'm doing. I'm just telling you so that, you know, it's not boring. We're talking you through as we go. So I'm going to head up the tree now because that's where my hunter trainer is. So your abilities in Classic, if you haven't played it yet, you buy them from the trainers again. I think this dropped out Cataclysm. I can't remember where it was that you started getting them automatically, but it wasn't that far through the game actually. But you still have to go and buy them with cash, which I might not have enough for. I think it's 10 copper the first one. So I'm off to buy the first one. Up the tree, it just happens to be miles away in this starter zone, which is slightly annoying, but never mind. I love the zone though, it is fantastic. Wait, can you imagine like 15 years ago this was like... This wasn't the height of graphics, it was like it was up there, but this is an MMO with loads of other people running around and nobody had seen anything like this other than Star Wars Galaxies and...
What brings you here?
And maybe RuneScape. But I think this was more cartoony, but I still think this was better looking. Bane and Crusade, they started getting the abilities. Yeah, it could have been. My first epic found was a gun. I think I found the Kroll Blade. I think that was my first ever epic, which was insane because I was looking for a Kroll Blade as well. I wanted a Kroll Blade. Right, so what did I didn't buy an ability then, did I?
Goddess, bless you.
I'm going to train. I've got Track Beast, 10 copper, that's good. So another thing that hunters can do is track different types of mobs. And that includes human players. So at the moment all we've got is Track Beasts. So it used to be a clicky on there, but it's not anymore. So I'm going to go into my spells. I'm going to go to survival. I'm going to, in fact... See, I'm sticking with the default UI at the moment. I will possibly be using add-ons in the future. I'll do a video talking through what add-ons I'd use. If you want to see it, if you want to watching the video and you want to see a video on which add-ons I'd recommend for Classic, then pop a comment below and let me know. Or if you've got add-ons that you use that you rely on, pop a comment below. Interface options, action bars. We'll have the right action bar. Okay. Because I like to keep things like track beasts on there, and I also like to put my Hearthstone on there because it's not in the way. So track beasts, literally, you're going to be tracking beasts. They'll show up as red dots on the map. Now, it's useful for finding mobs you need to kill, but what its biggest use at this level is avoiding getting too close to too many mobs, because if you pull more than a couple, you're going to struggle, especially as a hunter, because you need the distance to get your best abilities off, at least until you've got a decent pet. So it can help you dodge between them. It also helps you find things you need. Later on in PvP, it's a good way to see other hunters on the map, because they can do things like aspect of the beast and stuff like aspect of the cheetah and stuff like that, and I think that takes away their humanoid status or something like that. But if they've got a pet, you can always track the pet. You get various tracking as you go along, so you get track beasts, track hidden, track humanoid, track dragonkin, all those kind of things. So where am I? Let's go and get the next quest. So that ability is going to be useful as you go along, because you want to make sure you're in control of how many mobs you are fighting. That is key to surviving on your own in Warcraft, especially in the lowest levels, because things can get out of hand very quickly. It's okay while they're all yellow like this, but in a minute when we hit the red mobs, which means they're the ones that will automatically aggro to you, if you didn't know, then you need to know where you're standing, literally. So we need to kill 7 mangy night sabers and 7 thistleballs. That's over there behind me, I think. There's a young night saber. You'll find, maybe not. Woodland protector. We need to go and speak to this lady. This centaur. She's a centaur. That tree looks 4 times the size of it on retail. Are you sure? Because I don't know if it's any bigger. I'm convinced. They haven't changed the size of things, but they have made the run speed slightly slower, just so that it slightly faster, so that it feels like you're not taking as long to get anywhere. But I am now tempted to do a video with a comparison between the two, so I might do that in the coming week or two, just to see if it is in fact bigger now, bigger in Classic. So I've just picked up that quest. I should really be paying attention to what the quests are, but I'm not. So I think we've got to get the moss from these guys next. So we're still on the basic attack. Auto shot and raptor strike. So there's the fell moss. And a flimsy chain cloak. I should really have gone and sold all this stuff, but at the moment I'm okay. I've got 5 slots, so I don't think I'm gonna. Ideally, you want to sell up, so you've got room. Photo on this. So Mike's going to send me a photo on Messenger, and I'm going to compare myself and see the difference. Look, spring water. Imagine having to use spring water as a hunter. It's madness. But we're mana users. See, this is going to take some getting, but you will get abilities that will keep them at arm's length. First of all, you get a pet, and your pet is acting like a team, which means they're going to pull the aggro off you. If you use the right pet, that is. Some are better than others. You're going to get that. You're also going to get concussion shot. Concussive shot, concussion shot, which basically slows them down. So they're going to slow down. And also, like I mentioned before, you've got your trap as well, which will stop them dead. But I think doing any damage will bring them out of it. Much like a mage's frost level. But it's good to have that utility. You've got a lot of utility, and the key, one of the best things about being a hunter is that you've got a lot of things to help you survive. And if you use all of the tools at your disposal, you should be fine, to be honest. It can get tricky, but not always. Did I get the kill? Yeah, Cheers, buddy. So film off 6 out of 8. Bing, level 3. I don't think I get an ability at level 3, but we'll soon find out. I should have checked on the training page. Still need 3 helmets. Actually, this is probably the quickest way of getting up the level, so I can show you what's going on. But we're already level 3, so level 3 in under half an hour. Level 3 in about 15 minutes, realistically. The amount of time we waited in the queue. Luckily, if you got the luxury of watching this after the fact, then it'll be cut for you, because I'm going to cut some of the waiting down. So let's see if we've got a message. Let's try not to die first. So Mike claims that this is. He's not sent it yet. I don't know if he's sending a message to me or not. HH mugs. Oh, hard mode and hardware mugs, yeah. Who wants to buy a hard mode and hardware mug? There aren't any, by the way. That's yet to come. If you get a few more faithful subscribers, that's not to say that my current, as it stands, 90 subscribers are not valued and loved. I appreciate you subscribing to the channel. If you aren't subscribed yet, why not consider subscribing? Oh, I've got 8 filmers. Why not consider subscribing? Because I'm going to be covering lots of things in WoW Classic. We're going to be getting back to the three-man efforts as well, because they're always fun to do. But lots of tips videos about Hunter particularly, and eventually Warrior as well. Right, so let's have a look at these. So we've got 6 armor cloth gloves, we've got 29 armor legs, so that's a no-brainer because our trousers are not good enough. I'm going to go and sell up now because got a lot of things I don't need, and I could do with the cashola. I'm going to get to level 4 before I go back up the tree, because I'm sure there's no level 3 ability. But if there is, we can just buy both when we go back up the tree. And then I will have a look at the don't be tempted to buy bows from vendors. As good as they are, you will replace them fairly quickly with a green from quest reward. If you're desperate and you've got loads of cash flowing, that's great. Don't bother. So it's 4 copper to repair. I'm going to do that because you don't want getting out of hand. I'm going to buy another 200 arrows, so that should see me well into the next village. We'll get rid of all this chain stuff that's no use to us. Cloth braces. I do need those because I haven't got any braces at the moment. The trousers can go. The leather chest needs to stay because we haven't got any of that. And we'll get rid of this grey stuff. If it's grey, if its name is grey, then delete away. Yeah, that's right, I made a rhyme. Yeah, good point. Doug said in the chat, be careful when training. It's easy to just smash them all out and skin yourself. That's why I'm doing this video. If you watch this video, I'm going to tell you the ones to avoid to begin with. I mean, eventually you might want them all. But when the cache is this tight, you want to avoid wasting it. So that's why you want to stick with me, kid. Or adults. Whatever. Right, so let's see what we've got. Balance of nature. We need the Manginate Sabers. So thinning the population. Shadow Glen is good. Killing beasts. Venture into the forest and slay mangy knight with sabers and thistlebores in the name of balance. And then a good friend. Find Iveron by the cave to the north. So we're going that way anyway because we need the relevant animals. So we'll go that way anyway. These was 50 silver to train. 50 silver to train leatherworking. Wow, that's a young knight saber. So that is yellow. This is a mangy night saber, so this is still yellow. Oh, I'm surprised. I thought this might be an automatic aggro beast, but it isn't. So we'll get these quests done.
Cast that yet.
And oh, some leather gloves, lovely. Oh, actually, what am I talking about? What have I just been saying? Check your stats on your gloves. The gloves I had were better already. Thistlebore. Now, I should really be standing a bit further away because I've got more range. It's 35 yards, so try and keep it as far as you can and get a couple shots off. This auto shot isn't fantastic, to be honest. Got some good XP off these. There's a shield that'll sell for a few silver. Right, I'm going to get back a bit. There we go. So I'm going to get 2 shots, 3 shots, not quite 4 shots, but it was a lot better to do 3 shots than have to fight straight away. The more you can do with your bow, the better, because that's what you're there to do. So we'll try that again. 1, 2, 3. Hello, Chris. Welcome to the stream. I've stopped playing Q Simulator 2003. Unfortunately, we've moved on to Walking Simulator 2005. I say that, but I am loving Classic at the moment. It's good to be back in the old game. A training say Smite rank 2, well good. Will skint you, but you could train 2 other level 1 skills for the same cash, increasing the tool further. Exactly. Think about utility over increasing your damage if you haven't got the cash to be. If you haven't got enough money to buy all the abilities you want without worrying, then careful about which abilities you upgrade, because if you've got them already, you've got that utility. They won't be optimal, but they will be usable. A case in point is Frost Nova on a mage, which will slow a mob down regardless. So you can keep rank 1 of Frostbolt because it casts quicker. In fact, later in the game they will keep that on the bar anyway regardless, because it casts quicker. It's cheaper to use mana wise, and it will slow them down. It won't do anywhere near the damage of the top rank, but it will slow them down, and that's the utility of it. So when you're actually training, things like that will keep your training level down. If you don't need desperately to get the latest rank of it, then just keep the low level rank, as Doug says. Save yourself the cash and get something else that you do need. Let's kill these Mage Knight Sabers. One more Mage Knight Saber and then we're on to boars. Hopefully we're going to get a nice juicy ability. I can't remember what the level 4 was, but I'm pretty sure we're due a Serpent Sting soon. Which is going to make life even easier.
Still recharging. I can't pass that yet.
Little tip from me, 1 or 2 things eventually, not when you begin. You can click the abilities if you want. I always did for a long time. I was a clicker, to my shame. But keybind at the very minimum. So they're already set up for numbers, so you could use 1 to equals across the top of your keyboard. But I can definitely recommend an MMO mouse, because I'll have all my spells bound to these buttons, and I can just click the button that's required. It takes some getting used to. It helps to set up a mod with the bars laid out like your buttons, because then you kind of get this visual reminder of where they are until it's second nature. But once you can do it, it's a lot better than messing around trying to click or remember which key you've bound things to. I mean, that's a visual in itself, isn't it? Just going left to right. But I highly recommend an MMO mouse. They don't cost a fortune. They don't have to cost a fortune. This particular one is a Logitech G600. I still think you can get them. It's quite an old mouse now. There might be a new version, but there's other ones like Razer Naga and stuff like that. If you want, I will link them in the description of this afterwards, and you can click my link and help me out and go and buy one if you want to buy one. You don't have to. If you're happy with that mouse, just don't use one. I need more boars. Need another 4 boars. Mangy Knight Series. I'm not tracking well, am I? There's a thistle boar up there. So we need to go and get these. There's 2 thistle boars up here. Where are you? No, don't kill that one. That's my one. I'm I'm going to pull 2 at once here. This is going to be dangerous. Here we go. Logged out like a twonk. Sigh. Oh dear. What's the queue like at the moment? It was about 50 minutes when I started queuing before. Using any other experience. Your buttons, remembering the bindings. You're still after that sponsorship there. Yeah, I'm still after that sponsorship. If Corsair want to give me a new MMO mouse to test, that's fine by me. I'm not gonna. I'm not proud. My mouse is remembering that. I figured out what went wrong there. There was something to do. There's a G button which can shift. It's like a shift button, so you can have 2 sets of buttons. And I think something to do with that was just going wrong. I hadn't set it up properly. So I think that's what was causing it to unbind. So it is working fine because I'm keeping my finger off that button. I'm not using add-ons at the moment, but I am going to go through add-ons that I'll be using. And if people want to know what add-ons I would recommend, I will do a video on that. That's not a problem. I'm going to be using some classic add-ons at some point. In retail, I use things like LVUI, but I have to use Benic UI, which is like a mod for LVUI. LVUI is brilliant because it sets up everything on the go. You can add things to it. On its own, it's a great set of mods to make it look really nice. Check out one of the Adventures of the 3 Dungeoneers videos, and you'll see that particular mod in use. Right, so we've got to go north to the cave up here where our friend is. There's a guy we've got to meet up here, so we're going to go and do that. We're not far from level 4, so we'll go back and do abilities after. Excuse me, after I've handed this question. There's spiders around here which are out to get me, so it's along this way. Oh, there's the cave. The actual map navigation. Webwood spider right there. Look now. See how he's red? That's because he wants to kill me before I even get him. Oh, good stuff. 2 to fight. So this is going to get interesting very quickly. I might die here for the first time, folks. Oh dear. Did I pick up any potions yet? Nope, haven't. I've been poisoned, so this is not going to end well. Should have killed them all. Yeah, no, I'm gonna die. That's because I wasn't watching my tracking, see?
That's
Died. Wasn't watching my tracking. Always pay attention to your track beasts. It's one of the first ones you get. You should always use it, and you should pay attention to it. So there you go. I did that on purpose to show you guys why it's important. One goal for it, I know. See, this is the thing. People are like, oh yeah, but you'll just get rich quick and then it'll be just the same. Not really. There's not a huge amount of money in the game. I don't even think the economy is going to be like it is on retail, because even though everyone's wise to the prices, everything costs. So like people are going to put things like the Kroll blade up. You don't naturally come across gold in the amounts that you do in the new game. So people are going to be like, right, I'm going to sell all my of my like, you know, crafting materials for extortionate prices, but no one's got the money to until people start selling them to make money. They're not going to buy your crafting materials. So if you try and sell a BOE epic that drops or something, you're going to try and put it in for like 10,000 gold, and no one's going to have that money. I remember when I found my Kroll blade, it was 750 gold on the auction house, and that stuck with me. And that was quite a lot of gold at the time. Not the most expensive thing, but it's quite a lot of gold at the time. I think Blizz messed up with the flying mouse. So the chat is amazing and classic. Some people joking and some people seem quite serious. Let's just track beasts again because I need to know where those darn spiders are. Yeah, some of it's genuine, I think. Some of it's by accident. Here's our friend up here. See how things you remember? Yeah, so I think 1 goal for a bank slot. That wouldn't even break a sweat. I mean, you'd make that almost in Northshire or Shadow Glen in retail. by the time you've done all the quests, so you wouldn't even stress that. But 1 gold is a lot. If you look at my bank, but 1 silver 48.
Goddess, watch
There's
over
not a lot of gold floating around yet. Might be in future. Wing level 4, excellent.
Good luck, friend.
So we've got to go back and speak to someone in Shadow Glen itself. Webwood spider over there. So let's go and see what abilities we've got, because we might be able to fight fire with fire on these spiders. I'm pretty sure Serpent Sting is the next one along. Let's just check. So we've got the Balanced Nature complete, Friend in Need. Speak to Durania Silver Shine in Shadow Glen. Please help, she will be able to help me. Oh, right, yeah. So we've got to go back to Shadow Glen. The tree. Looking for group Rage Claw. That is like the Hogger of Teldrassil. Horde's Nightmare is advertising again. Definitely check them out. Unless you want to join our guild. Pyrewood Village EU. Just grab one of us if you see us. You'll see my character name here and from the start screen. It's Tilthar. Tilthar. And we will drop you an invite to come into our
Can I
guild.
assist you?
Beware, we don't put up with idiots. So if you're gonna mess around, you might get kicked. We have a laugh, but we don't put up with people who aren't fun to be around. We'll leave it at that. People who aren't fun to be around. Let's go and turn this quest in, and then I'm going up the tree to see what our level 4 ability is. I might sell all of the things first as well. Right, so I'm going to take the leather belt because it's one
May the
better
stars guide you.
and every little armor point counts at this point. Oh, turn the nameplates off as well. Front flip. You can't make it happen. It's totally wrong. It's upsetting that you can't force him to front flip. We've hit 2 silver, folks. I mean, let the good times roll now. Get the epic mount on order.
Goddess watch over you.
So I've got a friend in need. I'll come back and turn that in a minute. No, actually, because I've got to come all the way down the tree. It's the wrong side of the tree. We'll go and turn this one in now. Right, so we've still got our 2 abilities, but I'm pretty sure, unless I'm misremembering, we're going to get another one, another offensive ability now. Which will come in super useful. So the antidote we've got to take up to our friend over there who's been bitten by a spider. Iveron. Who knows? Anyone else need Rage Claw? Also, if you do want to join our guild after you're watching this video, if you're struggling to find us, pop a comment below and we will find you. I'll sort out getting you an invite if you want to join our guild. We've not formed the guild yet, but obviously we could do with some help to form it because you need 10 people to sign the charter. If you didn't know that, you need to sign a charter to start a guild and it takes 10 people. And in retail, you just hang around the starter area going 10 gold for a signature and you'd have it done like that. But when you haven't got 10 gold, full stop, let alone 100 gold, it's not going to happen. So, Hunter Trainer.
The loon be with you.
Okay, so we've got Aspect of the Monkey, which increases dodge by 8%. That is a useful one to have until you get your pet, because the more you dodge, the less damage you're going to take. That's just good maths. It's just good maths. It's 1 silver to train. Serpent Sting is more important, so I'm going to train that anyway. I'm going to train Aspect of the Monkey because it's our first aspect, and it will keep us alive longer until we get the pet. And I can't remember what level the pet comes. I feel like it might be level 5. Could be level 10. I think more likely to be level 10 or level 8. So I've picked them both up. So let's get those on the bars. Right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put Serpent Sting on, and I'm going to take Auto Shot off, because we're going to start every fight with a Serpent Sting anyway. There is no point going to Auto Shot, because it should just continue shooting after you. Yeah, level 10, thanks Doug. It should continue firing automatically after the Serpent Sting anyway. That should be your opener. And the reason being is because this does damage over time. So it does 20 damage over 15 seconds, nature damage. Only one sting per hunter can be active at any one time. The same goes for your aspect. So, where's the aspect? So, aspect of the monkey. I'll put it on here for now, but we'll change it. Aspect of the monkey reduces your dodge chance by 8%. Only one aspect can be active at a time. This is our first aspect, so what have we got left? We've got to do. We've got Everon's antidote and webwood venom. So we need to go and get a webwood venom from the spiders, and we need to do the antidote. We need to give him the antidote. But I think that is actually, yeah, we need to collect these. So we need to collect all the things for the antidote first. So what easiest thing to do is just get the antidote, turn in that quest, and then go back. If you're watching this and you're leveling a night elf, do this, go back, turn it in, and then go back up to the cave, because you can do it all in a hit. You should be able to anyway. So yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are missing the quality of life changes. Yeah, I totally get everyone's point on that, but for me, a lot of the quality of life changes is what's made it more boring, retail. Just purely because where were the mushrooms from? Hyacinth mushrooms. Just purely because they're designed to get you through the start of the game quicker, and the start of the game is the bit I want to enjoy. So the fact that this takes ages just to do this first zone, I actually really love. But if you're not into that, then definitely probably avoid avoid classic. It's a shame, but it's what I want. It's what I want from the game. Is this because everything feels like an achievement in this? Yeah, Doug's on the fence about it, which I can understand because he's been through vanilla so many times in every expansion, including the original vanilla. But this, I want everything to feel like an achievement without actually achievements. Everything you do just feels like it takes effort, and it feels like it's worth it at the end. Doing a single quest feels like it's worth it at the end. It's stupid. It's just an opinion I'm getting of the game as I'm playing along. That actually, hyacinth mushrooms you can find these growing under trees, or you may collect them from the grell south of here. Yeah, it's okay. So I'll go and kill some grell, because what else do I need? Webwood, ichor. So I need to kill a spider anyway. So we'll go to the spider, get that, and then we'll go kill some grell. Yeah, it feels like an MMO. Exactly, Mike. Everything feels like it's designed to get you to top level in retail. Don't worry about the rest of it. Just get to top level, because that's where all the fun is. There's no point trying to stick around in it. Get through it as quickly as possible. And I understand, because Blizzard want to give people the option to get to the newest, most exciting stuff. But some of us loved, like, I came to this game completely on my own. No friends. I didn't have any friends who played or anything. So to just be out on my own, just wandering around, figuring out what I was doing in this game, was fantastic. And I know it's rose-tinted glasses. Of course it is. I know that. It's not perfect. It's got a lot of problems. But for me, it's just good fun. It's just good. There you go. So Serpent Sting to start. Always start with Serpent Sting. Sorry to lose my train of thought there. And then that will start you off with Venom. So that's going to keep ticking away while you're also doing your raptor strikes and everything. So it's just going to kill them quicker. These spiders are getting me back, that's the thing. But I've got the webwood venom sack. The first one. Need 10 of those. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's proper nostalgic for me, and it is nostalgia. And it's not just rose-tinted glasses, because I am genuinely enjoying playing it. And this is the slowest part of the game as well. The things I'm most looking forward to is hitting those dungeons again, because I think now, with the how much people have matured in how to do dungeons and how to work as a team with random players, I think they're going to be a lot easier than they were. I don't think you're going to get 6-hour UBRS runs anymore. I think people are going to be switched on, because also everyone knows the tactics inside out. Although I will do tactics videos if people want to watch them. But I think they're going to be more fun, because I think they'll be more efficient, shall we say. I'd like to get into multi-core, but that largely hinges on whether we can get a guild together, because realistically you don't want to be doing a pick-up group. Multi-core is a nightmare. PvP is a big one. I spent a long time getting to Knight Lieutenant rank, which I think was rank 7 or 6. And it took a long time, but it's nowhere near the top. And I've got a bee in my bonnet about beating that rank. So my target, once the PvP ranks are introduced, which I think is phase 2, because they're doing everything in phases, is to get Knight Captain, which is the next rank up. Anything above that would be a bonus, but as long as I can get to Knight Captain with my whole I get that. There's some stuff that I felt detracted from the game. Nobody seems to know where the dungeons are. Yeah, no, but like the look of the group system rather than spamming. Yeah, no, I agree with that, and that is a pain. That is the one thing I totally agree with is going to be a pain. But the way we used to organise raids in... We used to organise raids in Burning Crusade after Vanilla using a forum, and that was just a living nightmare getting people together through a forum. But now you've got things like Discord, which you can instantly invite people to a room. You can be chatting over voice straight away. I love that. I think that's going to make life a bit easier, especially if we've got a guild. So I know I sound like a beggar here, but if you want to join a decent guild with some people who are going to enjoy the game as much as you and aren't going to pressure you to raid 7 nights a week, anyone watching this, then don't forget to give us a message. If you get a decent guild, those runs won't be a problem, because everyone can communicate in likes of Discord, and we can arrange it, and then you don't have to wait for everyone to turn up, because everyone will just get there at the right time, in theory, and everyone's happy. But you are absolutely right. Spamming chat for hours trying to get a group is just a nightmare. Looking for group was one of the best additions to the game. I'm quite happy to admit that. Yeah, and to be fair, they added a lot of quality of life by the end of Vanilla, and it makes sense that if you're late to the game, you won't miss the stuff that we did because you didn't see the stuff there, and that's not a you win in this very long, so you're a noob or whatever. It's just that you didn't get time. You didn't have enough time in Vanilla on its own to fall in love with Vanilla as it is, and I think a lot of people. I think it's going to polarize people. People who played it, are either going to love it or hate it, because they're either going to remember it as it was, like I do, and love it for that, and not going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not going to be rose-tinted glasses because they remember the problems with it, but they're willing to accept the problems for how much fun they're having in the game. And you're going to get people who are going to just misremember it, and they're going to forget that there was no mount till level 4, so you might forget that there was no looking for room. You had to run to the dungeons unless you used the summoning stone. I think summoning stones came in later as well. Or you had a mage, or you could portal you, or a warlock. Well, even portals weren't that great, were they? But a warlock who could summon you was the best tool. And I think it's going to polarize people. Yes, we did run. Yeah, Discord's going to be a massive help. Yeah, we did run a decently sized guild back in Burning Crusade. We were nearly at the end of Black Temple. We had like 150 members. We had our problems, but we had so much fun in that guild. We did some excellent runs, but the runs were fun, and that is the key for us. That was the key for us as well. We weren't the top level guild on that server, but we were determined to keep it as fun as we could. Because it's hard sometimes to remember that actually it's a game and you just got to enjoy it. And I personally as well at the time lost sight of that and was determined to get my loot so much that I probably sacrificed the fun of the game. Well, I'm happy to admit, but it was fun. It was good fun. If we could get anywhere near back to KT Doug, that'd be amazing. But I mean, I'd accept a small guild with some good guys, and I don't mean guys like men. I mean folks. Some good folks in it. That would be good. That would complete the nostalgia trip for me. So, we're halfway to level 5. I'm just gonna, as in halfway through level 4. I'm just gonna get the mushrooms that I need for this quest.
That spell should resonate.
These Grelkin, which are going to give me some nice XP as well. There we go, 65. So I need a good few of these. Nope. I accidentally cancelled my own auto. If your name is Ben, you don't get in. That's not... There's one particular Ben, but we won't go into that. Unless you're that Ben, you're alright. It can be any Ben other than this particular Ben. Oh, it's hard to tag these mobs. Everybody wants it close. The good thing about Serpent's Sting as well, you can cast it while running, which you can't do with a lot of other shots. So it's always a good way to tag a mob if you're out on your own. You're absolutely right. It is far too easy to get too focused, and lose fun of the game. Oh, we just had this. I mean, if he's watching this, which I very much doubt. We had a tank who was just a bit of an idiot. And I mean in terms of selfishness. And yeah, okay, you pay your own sub, and if you want to try and grab all the loot and be obsessed with being, you know, if you make it all about you, that's up to you. You pay your the same sub as we do. When you're in a guild, it's kind of not cool to be like that. Especially when the guild's trying to be, you know, trying to help you. People who've helped you and stuff. And this guy was just taking it to the nth degree, and he ended up getting kicked out, or he ended up leaving as a result of being told off one too many times. And then he disappeared because, in fact, what happened, if I remember right, he disappeared because we weren't progressing quick enough. We were still... Oh, full. We were still hitting Karazhan at that point, but we were farming Karazhan. Yeah. Hi, Paul. Welcome to the chat. Paul in the chat is also one of our former guildies, one of the good guys. He left because we weren't progressing fast enough. We were farming Karazhan for people to try and build everyone's gear up because we were super cautious about going into new places, which we maybe shouldn't have been. I'm so very polite about it. But he left because we weren't progressing fast enough. So we were like, fine, don't let the door hit you on the way out. I was barely in the guild by this point. I became an officer eventually, but I was barely in the guild by this point. So down the line, I'm an officer. I've been raid leading Karazhan along with someone else. We've been running 2 teams to farm Karazhan. We've done TK. We've done Magtheridon to get raid level gear. We're hitting Black Temple. We decide we're going to hit Black Temple. We put it on the forum. Black Temple run. Who's in for it? Try and get everyone in. All of a sudden, out of the woodwork, who comes along? Ben. And I lost it. I lost it at this guy because he was just wheedling his way back in, trying to get a Black Temple run. So yeah, that's who Ben was. Ben, if you're watching, if you've changed your ways, you can join. But perhaps it's best if we just stay at arm's length. Right, so I'm going to take these quests and get level 5, hopefully. Daggers where we're at the moment. It's our only option. You can't use maces as a hunter. Never. Not once. I think that's still the case in retail as well. And this leather tunic. Oh, quest, so we'll go and see the lady around the corner. She might have a quest. Please excuse me, I've drank fizzy drinks and it's giving me wind, and that's such a noobish thing to do on a stream. We're going to see this lady around the corner and see if she's going to ding us level 5, because that's most of the zone done. There's only a couple of quests to do, which I will go and do in a moment. But hopefully there's another ability waiting for us, and we'll see if it's...
Hello.
I didn't look again, did I? Nope. So, we've got another quest. Got to take the antidote to Eva on. Oh yeah, I've got to go... Oh, forgot about that. Time quests. Right, so 5 minutes. That's plenty of time. We'll come back and get our abilities in a minute. I should have remembered that, but never mind. 15 minutes on the queue. The queues are a bit silly. It will calm down. If you're hitting these queues and you're a bit disgruntled about it, they will calm down, because there will be quite a few people, I suspect, who will have caught the buzz of Classic, and then they get playing it and like, I don't like this, I'm going to go back to retail. Exactly right, Chris. Yeah, ding! Thanks, Paul. Exactly right. If you comfortably kill a few bosses, we cleared Karazhan every week in 4 hours, which was good going. 2 groups, 4 hours every once a week, and we were kitting out people really quite quickly, which is important. It's not just about getting your own gear. If you want to be a successful guild, you've got to make sure everyone gets the gear they need eventually, and the more people are geared up, the easier it becomes. That's just good science. So we did these Karazhan runs, and to be fair, we got quite a few. And bear in mind, that's 20 people running every week. And we had some great guys who used to respec every week just to get these runs off the ground. But we did it every week, and it was good fun, and we got people geared, and it led to us doing the bigger raids anyway. So you know, you stick with it. I was geared quite quickly. I stuck with it because I knew the value, as did a lot of the officers. They knew the value in getting everyone geared. In fact, the officers used to pass up on gear, and I did as well, if we knew it'd be a bigger boost to the group and the guild, giving it to someone else. Not always, but a lot of the time. You must choose a quest reward. Well, neither of these are useful, so I'm going to go with the male vest, because it's more likely to be win. There is an add-on you can get. I'm sure Michael is about to remind me of the name. It will tell you the vendor prices, because originally you didn't get vendor prices when you moused over. You only got them at the vendor. Oh, should be using my new dagger, shouldn't I? There we go. Leather armor, not the same leather armor. So I think I've got to go into the bring a webwood egg. Yeah, I think I'm going to go in here to get a webwood egg. Did it say? But if you can find an unhatched egg, then delivering specimens will be much easier, and you can arrange. Please search for an egg in the nest and return to me. Right, okay. We'll do that. Spider's that way, so I'm going not that way. Agree. Got to rerun those raids till everyone has one. Exactly. It was always a race to see which team finished first. That's how good we got, and it was fun to do that. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't people taking the mickey out of everyone else. It was good fun to try and beat it, and it was a bit hit and miss, because we used to change the teams up a little bit as well, if I remember rightly. So was a race hard. Oh my god, OMG, it's Nadro in the chat. It's called vendor price. Vendor price, there you go, is the name of the sorry, got sidetracked there. Vendor price is the name of the add-on. It'll tell you the vendor price. So that was that's a nice obvious name. I can't remember where the eggs are. Is it the big spider? I hope it's not the big spider. Oh, right, okay. Star Wars Galaxy. Right, okay. That makes sense. So Paul's name is Nadro, right, okay. Star Wars Galaxies. These guys all came from Star Wars Galaxies. They went... This WoW wasn't their first MMO rodeo, you put it that way. I pretty much been playing... In RPG terms, I've been playing Baldur's Gate. I've said this before. Baldur's Gate a lot. I love Baldur's Gate. I'd still play it now. I might do videos on it in the future. Pop a comment below if you love a bit of Forgotten Realms, because I do. But this was the next RPG I played.
Recharging. I can't test that yet.
The Baldur's Gate series and the Icewind Dale series, so this is a whole new thing to me, this third-person character type thing, rather than the group. These guys were old hands by this point. It was nothing new to them. I'd also been playing other games like Call of Duty and the original Call of Duty. Battlefield 1942. Battlefield 2142, that was a good game. I can't remember with the... Oh, yeah, that's right. I've got to kill that thing to get the egg. I'll need to kill something out my bag as well, so... I'm going to go with my rugged trappers. Yes, I'll probably kill the spider while I'm at it. Oh, and Phantasy Star Online, of course. How dare I forget Phantasy Star Online? Yeah. Paul's still not happy they messed up Star Wars Galaxies. The combat... Was it the combat patch or something it was called? I didn't play it. I've been told the legend of the combat upgrade or whatever it was. Utterly rude. Do you know what it's like? It's kind of like... sorry for hitting the microphone. It's kind of like WoW Classic. It's like they had this game that was fantastic, and they tried to improve it with some major change, and actually they ruined it. Whereas Warcraft, in fairness, most of the expansions have been really good, and nothing has destroyed the game, I would say. But there's definitely things they've done which have spoiled the fun of the game. That's what I'm going to say. That's where I'll leave it.
Smell is the
Hope the spider doesn't kill me too quick, because I need that egg.
That's still recharging.
Kill her easily. Right, so there we go. Bug eye. Need to get this egg here, and then we can boogie out of here.
It's too far away.
Look how long it takes to open things. There we go. Gonna drop down here. Hopefully not die. That's fine. Right, let's go back and see what level 5 abilities we need. Got a few things to tell you. Hopefully I'm gonna not have to fight my way out of here. We're actually getting on for halfway to level 6, so that's not bad. We've been going in just over an hour. I might go just over 10 o'clock because of the time it took me to queue to get in. I don't want to stiff you on the 2 hours. Telepipe? What? Awful. We would all be old bends now. I couldn't get over grinding for 2 years to unlock Jedi Classic. That's a good game. A game where you have to work hard for a long time to get something like Jedi. That's a good game. A game where you can log in as a Jedi, not so good. Unless it's something like Force Awakens. Force Awakens? No, Force Unleashed. Force Awakens was the film. Force Unleashed. Moonsaber for first pet. Yes, definitely. Gotta be a Moonsaber, hasn't it? I like the spotty ones. Although I do like a Lightsaber. I like a striped Lightsaber. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. It's going to hand in these quests, see if we get level 6. If not, we'll just get level 5. That's simple. 33 armor. That's a no-brainer.
Goodbye.
The next quest is Tanaran's Summon. So we're going up the tree anyway. Let's go in. I think there's another one to hand in. Nope, there isn't. That's it. Yeah, that's right. Someone's just put in the chat, activate Shadow Meld. Shh, be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. Tabor Druid, yeah. World of Warcraft is a feeling. Right. Who needs a social life? That was such a good video. Right, so level 6 is our next one anyway. Arcane Shot. It's good. It's a good one. Hunter's Mark, also a good one. They're both worth having. But we're going up the tree to hand in this quest, which will probably get us level 6, hopefully. Tame a Druid. That'd be funny.
What brings you here?
Fill the crystal file and bring it back to Tanaran Stormgrip. Oh yeah, okay. Should have sold all this, shouldn't I? Cloth feet. They can go. They're going to be worth much.
Greetings.
So let's see where we're at with our stats. So, stats-wise, you're going to want agility is your main. Agility and intellect in Classic. Intellect for mana and mana regen, but agility in particular, because it's going to increase the chance of critical hits, and that's what you're going to be relying on for some of your abilities. So that's what you want to stack. Anything else is just a bonus. Strength you shouldn't need, because you shouldn't be getting into melee eventually. Lazy get. Lazy get. I know, yeah, go and fill your own crystal vial. Yeah, so you won't really need strength. Stamina's always good. The more health you've got, the slower you die. Spirit is your regen, which is also a good secondary stat. But ideally you just want agility and intellect. So if you have the option, and then hopefully we'll get a few options, if you have the option you want to aim for those, although I think the quest rewards are generally on point. But the problem is those quest rewards are shared between all of the leather users. So agility you will always find, because every class uses agility, but intellect and spirit depends. It's because druids use those, so it largely depends. You'll almost always find some agility on the leather. Oh, right. I'm not going to be seeing Paul anytime soon, unfortunately. It's a shame. There we go. Filled file. Filled file. Let's go and turn that in. That'll get us level 6 with a bit of luck. If not, we're not training here. We're going to the next village. Ruthven village is outside. We'll see anyway. Yes, intellect on plate again, yeah. Anyone for Paul Oakenskull? No wait, that's Oakenfold, isn't it? Yeah. They still use intellect, don't they, paladins? I know it's holy power. Do they still use intellect? Oh, it's warm in this room. Yeah, but it's warm. Should have sold some of this stuff, never mind.
I'm listening.
Yep, Dolinar. I remember. Didn't get us to level 6, so we're not training here. That's fine. We can move on to the next zone where we will be leveling quicker. I'm going to do the old... Oh, am I? I wanted to do the old thing. There we go. Jumping over the rooftops like some sort of ninja. Can't do that one, it's too steep. Oops. I'm going to sell all this stuff before I go, because I'm going to be killing mobs on the way.
Goddess bless
Okay.
you.
I'll sell that. Oh no, don't sell that. Need that. Put that in there. Get rid of these. Get rid of those. Get rid of a bug eye, sticky ichor, snap spiderling. That's my worst target. There we go. Still good for arrows, so that's fine. I'll just try and stack those.
Goddess watch over you.
Goddess watch over you. Right, off we go then. So what we got now in 2 silver 69. Might see midweek, definitely not on the weekend for a while. Just sorted our wedding invitations out for our UK celebrations. Expect a message soon if you're available. Ooh, nice. Ooh, lovely. That's something else I don't want to miss. Weapon skills leveling as DPS with 2-handed sword. Swap to tanks with sword and board. Yeah. That's also in one of my videos. 10 things you need to know. There'll be a link in the description. Ah, I've good with these links in the description. There'll be a card here now. I'll work it out. I'll put a card in. 10 things you need to know, but one of them is that weapon skill is still a thing.
Peace be with you.
Was it 10 things in it? I can't remember if it's my 5 tips now. How rubbish am I? Either way, weapon skill is a thing in the game. So if you get a new type of weapon you haven't used before, you are weapon skill 1 and you don't know how to use it and you will miss a lot. So if you're counting on using that one-handed axe that you've never used before, go and hit a target dummy for a bit, because it will increase your weapon skill and you won't look like an idiot when you get to your first mob and it's just laughing at you because it keeps dodging. There you go. Ooh, nice one. Congratulations, Paul. I shall look forward to that. I shall look for your owl, as they say in Harry Potter. Either that or, you know, some sort of message, I suppose, on paper. Yeah, weapon skill is a killer. That's one that people are moaning about a fair bit. So, off we go to Dolinar. Dolinar we go. There's a quest on the way, which I shall do. Walking simulator again. Gonna need all these in a minute. Webwood lurkers and your whatnot. There is. Where is he gone? Have I missed him? Have I walked past him? This could definitely be bigger. I think Mike might be right here. I have walked past him. He's behind this tree. This looks huge. These trees look enormous. I think Mike might be onto something here. These trees look enormous. Which that really excites me, because this game is massive. Then if these are all bigger.
Don't touch me!
This guy's a bad guy, but we're doing a quest, so there you go. It all helps. See how the mobs don't scale? I'm level 5, it's level 5. They scale as you go along, but they don't scale with you. So. Yeah, professions are going to be big in Classic, because you need, at very least, everyone's going to love the person who brings the food and the drink. Bandages are always useful as a little emergency, but if you get professions that are specific to your class, in fact we might as well talk about them now for Hunter, then you will definitely be onto a winner. Now, leatherworking is, I think it's leatherworking where you end up making mail gear. I'm pretty sure it is. So leatherworking and skinning is two of the ideal professions for a hunter. But you can also skill into gathering professions if you just want to make money and buy the gear you need. Or you can just pick up a profitable profession like, say, tailoring and enchanting, which will always get you a profit, because people always want enchants. Some of the rarer enchants are hard to make and on long cooldown, so you can do that. I picked 2 enchantees here. This is interesting to see if this is where I can do that feign death. Can't get there. No, I'm gonna die again. See, this is how easy it is to die in Classic. 2 mobs, you dead. There's another one, look.
That's still charging.
Died. Blacksmithing starts with mail gear, doesn't it? But it ends up mostly being plate by the end, by level 60. So ideally you want leatherworking, because leatherworking starts to get mail recipes, as in mail the armour. recipes towards the end, level 60, which is when you're going to need them, because you're not going to need mail armor until level 40 anyway. So I would take leatherworking and skinning personally. That's what I'm going to take. You can also take tailoring and enchanting. That's always going to be a good money spinner. People want cloth items. People want enchants, but it's mainly for the enchants. You'll make stuff and then disenchant it. So you're your own production line, and then you can either use that to enchant people's gear and sell the enchants, or you can use it to just sell the raw mats, because other enchanters will want those mats. Oh, poo.
Cast that yet. Still recharging.
I'll just survive this one. Still think I'm gonna.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready. Cast that yet.
Don't kill me.
Recharging. That spell isn't ready. I can't cast that yet.
Try and eat something quick. It's going to interrupt my eating. Probably. No, we're good. Whew, that was close. Yeah, so you can either, with enchanting it's a double hit, because you can either sell the mats for enchanting, which people will always buy, or you can sell the enchants, which people will always want. And some of them are on huge cooldowns by the end, I think. Days worth of cooldowns. So they're always good to have those skills. Let's put the release tracker on so we can see where they are this time. That Night Saber's dead. I've got one over here anyway. Let's see what we've got. I was greedy. I just used to gather prophecy. Yeah, no, that's a perfectly viable way of doing it, because you will make money and then you can use that to purchase the items you need.
Still recharging.
Carried me. Rude. Mining was a favourite. Yeah, mining's always good. You can also choose to go Hammersmith, but yeah, that's blacksmith. You can also choose to. You can skill with a leatherworker into dragon scale. I think was one of them. And other things like that, which specialities, which was always a good thing about Classic as well. It's going to be specialities in your professions, and you can make the best items pre-raid, pre-dungeon with those professions. So that's why it always pays to skill up in the one that you're going to need the most. So I'm going to go leatherworking, because I'm going to be able to make the best mail items eventually. That's it.
Recharging.
Just like Arcanite. Enchanted Arcanite, that's a big one. So I've got the spider silk. I need the owl feathers. So there's an owl over there, but it's being killed. It's a bit busy around this bit, I must admit. It wasn't as busy in the starter. Street owl. This is where hunters will have a bit of advantage, because we can see them before we get near them. Other people won't. I always did quite well out of my dual crafting. I know BC trade skill. Yeah, I think leatherworking got mail stuff. Yeah, yeah. But gems were huge in Burning Crusade. They were always profitable as well. I liked that. I think Burning Crusade, I'm going to say it, I loved vanilla. I'm happy to be playing classic, but Burning Crusade was my jam. That was the one I had the most fun in. I was with a great guild. We did some great runs, and just the whole premise of putting gems, the excitement of getting a flying mount, things like that. It was just all exciting. It was good stuff. Webwood lurker. Where's the kitties at? Wasn't there bonuses for the skills as well, like STM buff for mining? Yeah. 145 balls to go. I'll feel like I'm on episode of top off. Yeah. Why are you doing that, Mike? Why?
I'm out of range.
Sorry to take this down. Lightsaber? More than I need it. Oh, look who's online! Oh, joining us.
Excellent.
I thank the Nightsaber. Thanks for dying, Nightsaber dude. You thank Nightsaber. I would like us. Oh, there's another lightsaber.
Can't cast that.
Live to win till you die. See, I should have picked up skinning because I would be raking it in leather scraps right now.
That's
Two lightsaber fangs. Let's get the third one.
it's too far away.
And there's a Strigid Owl over there, which we want. Ooh, there's
It's
it.
still
Nice.
recharging. I can't cast that yet.
Wow, Mike is farming again. That's why he's doing it. South Park grind.
I need to get closer.
There's another Strigid Owl behind this one, so that's good. Hopefully that's the ones I
Cast
need.
that yet.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Chris. And if you do ever fancy coming to
Still
Classic,
recharging.
you're always welcome in our guild.
I can't cast that yet. It's still
Playing with
recharging.
decent people that makes any multiplayer game. Every multi, even Call of Duty's fun when you're playing with
It's too
friends.
far away.
That's safe.
I can't cast that.
Oh, why have I done that?
That spell isn't ready
Get
yet.
Serpent Sting on straight away.
Still recharging.
I'm gonna die again,
Spell
aren't I?
isn't ready yet. That's still
At least they've both got
recharging.
Serpent Sting on, so they'll be
I
doing
can't cast
damage.
that yet. Spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that
Keep
yet.
going backwards
That's
because
still recharging.
there's no beast
I
behind
can't
us.
cast that yet.
Let's kill the owl
Spell
first,
isn't ready yet.
and then we've got
That's
the
still
Wilted
recharging.
Lurker. No, attack. Can't get far enough away to do it, so I'm gonna have to
I
just
can't cast that.
hope it doesn't kill me before I kill it. There we go. Strigid feather, owl feather. So that's good. We just need one more fang. Was there a way to track fish in vanilla? No, there wasn't. That was a thing that came along probably in Burning Crusade. Whenever the fishing competitions came in, I think that's when it started.
It's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet. I don't have a target.
Panda cub? Who's got a panda cub? Gonna hang around here, looking shady, waiting for waiting for a lightsaber.
I need to get closer.
Yeah,
Recharging.
that's not bad actually. 22 minutes.
I can't cast that yet. That's
To be honest, I had 180 minutes yesterday. That's why I'm live streaming today. Because there was no way I was going to be able to record a video last night with that kind of weight to get in. Yeah, someone in chat has just pointed out there's nothing worse than being in a group for something like Bangladesh and the Hunter going, "Can I tame me?" I've come too far. I've gone the wrong way. Oh, navigation skills. I just need to get the next ability so we can show what it does. So, Arcane Shot is it's an instant cast, fairly high damage. Where is he? Where's he gone? Oh, he's turned into a bloomin' frog. Wait for him to come out of this. That's a dead giveaway for the next part of the quest, isn't it? If you haven't seen it before. When he turns into not being a frog anymore. There we go, did it. That quest done. So we're level 6, so we can go and get the next abilities. I think there's a hunter trainer. I hope there's a hunter trainer in Dolinar. I think there is. Excuse me for sneezing. I think there's a hunter trainer here. Just going to pick up the quest first.
May the stars guide you.
I now need to go and get
Go in
Zenhu
peace.
back.
Hello.
What he's done. I think there's one up the top here as well. Just trying to remember now because we haven't got quest markers, so getting the old grey matter working. Was there? There isn't a quest, so it'll be a hand in for another quest, or is it further up? No, it's further up. There we go.
What
Talon
brings you
Kai
here?
Swift Route.
Good luck, friend.
Emerald Dreamcatcher. Oh,
May the stars guide you.
available quests. Twisted Hatred.
Good luck, friend.
Lots of quests to do. Hopefully this will get me motoring to level 7 and 8. Ow. Funny how you don't forget the little shortcuts. Excuse me. Terrible wind. Terrible.
Elune be with you.
I'll take the spring water.
May the stars
I've
guide
got
you.
food.
Elune lies your path.
Rogue Trainer. Clothia. Go and turn this quest in, and then we'll hit the Hunter Trainer. There's the Druid Trainer.
Ishnuala. Go in.
To fill the Jade File. Crown of the Earth. Hunter, who's got the Hunter? There's the Cooking Trainer. Might be tempted to pick that up if it's not gonna. Stable Master for your pets. Hunter Trainer, there we go.
Greetings.
You there. Here's all the abilities. Here we go. So, we just want the available ones. There we go. So we've got Arcane Shot and Hunter's Mark. We've got a few coming in the next few. So we've got another one at 8. Concussive Shot. That was the one I was telling you about before. Raptor Strike level 2, so rank 2. So here you go. You've got ranks of different abilities. So rather than just increasing in power as you go along, they'll rank up and you buy the new ranks. It's not necessary to buy every rank if it's not something useful. Hopefully you won't need too much Raptor Strike, so you can probably knock that one on the head. For now, I'm going to pick up both of these abilities because both are definitely useful. And they're only 1 silver each. So we'll pick those up.
Benadris.
So, Hunter's Mark. You're going to pick a target, you're going to put this mark on them, and it's going to increase the damage you do. Place the Hunter's Mark on the target, increasing the ranged attack power of all attackers against the target by 20. So, key there is that it helps all of you, well, anyone who attacks that mob basically, but in raids and dungeons it's going to help them as well. So it's always something you start doing because it doesn't kick off aggro either, so you can do that before the fight starts. It only lasts 2 minutes, so you've got to remember to keep it up. Which is one of those things you just got to remember to keep up during the fight to keep the power up, but increases the range attack power of all attackers against that target by 20. But as you increase the rank and you talent it up, it's going to get better. In addition, the target of this ability can always be seen by the hunter, whether it's stealth or turns invisible. So there you go, you're going to use that in battlegrounds. On rogues, when you spot a rogue, stick that on it, because even if they disappear, you're going to still see them, and that's important. Target also appears on the minimap. Obviously, like this, like they do here. So, and then the other one I've just picked up was Arcane Shot. So I'm going to put that after Serpent Sting, because we'll be using that after we've used Serpent Sting. This does 13 arcane damage. Now, arcane damage, there's certain abilities that will stop normal damage but won't stop arcane damage, and there's certain abilities that stop, you can get arcane resistance, for instance. It's not too much to worry about there, but it's a good ability, and it gets quite strong by the end as well.
I am honored.
But it's an instant cast, and that's the point. It's one you can instantly cast, so you can throw that at the last second before they get too close to you. Right, repair all the items, sell all the stuff. I'm going to keep the small egg because they're a crafting material. Plucked feather can go. The rare earth is a quest item. That's grey. Small spider legs a cooking item. Snapped spider limb isn't. Severed voodoo claw. That could be useful on an elite, but it's taking up bag space, and it is 1 silver. So do you know what? I'm going to get rid of that. Call me crazy. It's over a silver. There we go.
Farewell.
So what have we got to complete? Bring the package of rare earth to Denalen in Lake Alabaleth. We're going to do that one first. So now I'm going to show you the order you should be using abilities. If you don't know, you're about to find out. LVI looks ace in classic. Does it look exactly the same as retail? I know that sounds like a sarcastic question, but it's not. I'm genuinely interested. Or is it an older version? Right, so here's the order. We are going to go Hunter's Mark. We are going to go Serpent Sting. We're going to hit him with an Arcane Shot, which missed. Excellent. And as you can see, he's already at half health. At level 6 is already at half health before he got to me, which is your aim before you get a pet. You want to make sure you get as much damage. And as you can see, I've still got plenty of mana. So as I'm running to the next mob, it will be regenning, and we will be cushy. I'll go through that again and try and show you Arcane Shot. Oh, waiting for this guy to walk around though is such an annoyance, because you can't hand in your quest until he's stopped doing his little bit.
Can I assist you? Be careful.
There we go. Completed the quest, but I've got to pick it up again. Do.
A loon be with you. May the stars guide you.
Ugh. I remember Saya, but she's like your let me get the quest I'm saying. Was Saya
What
your
brings you
warrior?
here? Greetings.
No, stop it! Stop it! I need to pick up the quest.
I am honored. Good luck, friend.
Got it. Thank the Lord. Hades. Is that someone's pet? Oh good, I'm glad. Hades sounded terrifying. Right, Timbling Sprouts. Is it not the same account? Have you not still got them, or did you delete your account? So, Hunter's Mark, Serpent Sting, Arcane Shot, and we're into it. It's nearly dead already. And a little bit of help from somebody else. Hades is a good name for a pet. It's an excellent name for a pet. I remember I had a Corehound, and I've probably still got the Corehound on my other hunter on retail, called Colin. Colin the Corehound. Now tell me that isn't a great name for a Corehound. Hunter's Mark 6. I went completely out of order there. Did you see? You want to get Serpent's Sting on as quickly as possible, but ideally you want Hunter's Mark on first because then you're doing your ranged damage. Your extra ranged damage. Mage Royal there. That'll auction nicely eventually.
I need to get closer.
Getting these Timbling Sprouts.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Oh, what have I done? Clicked on 2 Timberlings at once. That was a mistake, wasn't it? See, I can't track them at the moment, so that's why I'm struggling there. Should live through this one. Cheeky Serpent Sting? No. Not gonna get away from it. Stick a Hunter's Mark on him just in case. Timbling Seed and another Timbling Seed, hopefully. Good. Totally worth it.
It's still recharging.
Etiquette. So if you put a Hunter's Mark on something and somebody else tags it before you do, that's just rude. They've clearly decided to steal your mob. And I've got
Recharging.
Thanks for watching, Chris. Good to see you. Oh, I'm going to say lovely. Yeah, nice. Oh, lovely. Good that. I'm in work tomorrow. I've give us about another 20 minutes and then I shall be logging myself for the night. Hope this has been useful so far. Just a little bit slow on the leveling because you're fighting everyone. That's the only problem. So I haven't been able to show you a lot of the abilities. Next one will be a video, so I'll be able to cut it down to the important stuff.
I don't have a target.
But as I say, the queues are so bad I've had to live stream tonight. It's just the case, unfortunately.
That's still recharging.
See you soon, Chris. Oh, hello.
That spell isn't ready. That's still recharging. I haven't passed that yet. That's still recharging.
Let's have a little ET. Oh, my mouse mat has slipped off my desk. Just need 5 more sprouts. Oh, hello Simon. Thanks for joining us. We've hit level 6 and it's been a bit slow going. However, it's not as slow going as it was the other night. That is for Darn Tootin. Picking up all the old favourite hunter abilities so far. Hunter's Mark, Arcane Shot, Serpent Sting. Some of them still in the back. Now, like. Right, we should have some. Oh, I've got a pot there, so I should keep that handy. Oh, hello. Enough. See, there's another one called Wing Clip, something like that, and it's an ability that will. It's a melee ability that lets you slow down a mob or a target, which gives you a chance to get away and shoot them. If you then go concussive shot, this should stay at arm's length.
Inventory is full.
I haven't got that yet, so won't be using it. I'm going to leave the bracer behind. That cloak is not as good as mine, so I'm just going to leave that for space. So I've got all the seeds, I just need the sprouts. Oh, lovely. Were you playing, what class were you playing? Druid? Hunter? Hunter. It's good to be back in the old game. Will freely admit. Aiming to get to level 10. Oh, would you just leave me alone? I was aiming to get to level 10 tonight, but it's probably not gonna. What is the amount of people left? So the next video will include your very first talent. The beauty of talents in Classic is you're going to get one every. Have you named it the same as your old druid? I'm trying. Got to try and remember what your druid was called. Oh, the hunter's name. What was the hunter? I'm trying to remember your character's names. So long ago. Hunter's good fun. It's got good utility. Hunter. It's got a bit of mage. It's got a little bit of rogue. A little bit of warlock, I suppose, in a way. Let's do this properly now. Oh, okay, he's taking it anyway. Well, there you go. Warlock's good as well. I was playing the warlock last night, a human warlock, and that was good fun as well. So I can highly recommend either or if you're going to play one of them. Idris Haim, of course. Yes, now it's all come flooding back to me.
What brings you here? Be careful. Can I assist you?
They're not as good. They're going to sell for more, so we'll go with the
Till next
level 7. Didn't get any abilities till level 8, if I remember rightly. So, what was our quest there? So, Trouble and Breeze, Seek Redemption. Yes, got to go to Darnassus. So, I'm going to Hearthstone on the hour cooldown because I don't think. No, I'm not going to Hearthstone because I'm going to need to get back from Darnassus. There you go. Yeah, so that was another thing on the 10 things you need to know. An hour cooldown on your Hearthstone. Bonkers. Right, aspect of the monkeys on. What have we got? We've got 4,500 XP to hit level 8. But once we turn these quests in, that's a good start. So, Hunter's Mark, Serpent Sting, Arcane Shot. As much auto shot as you can get in, and then we're into the combat. That's the way it works at this level. Yeah. Exactly my thinking. I need these fell cones. Exactly my thinking. Run and then Hearthstone back from Darnassus, because that's a long run. I've got to run one way or the other, so there's no flight path here. Yeah, that's right. There was only a few flight paths in Classic, in Vanilla. What time are we on? 10 to... Do another 15 minutes or so. See how far we can get. School in the morning. Look at this big. Aren't you glad this guy's on our side? I am. Huge. Huge he is. Let's turn these quests in, see if we can get close to level 8. Quest. Oh, I've only got one quest. I haven't done one quest. Ugh. Right, so I'll go get the fell cones then. I need to turn those in. Get that whole mess sorted out. There's a fell cone. I think there's one over there as well. Oh, there's one there. Go and give these into foul hoof. Turn them into a Ferogue.
Now
Oi,
what?
foul hoof. Suck Felco. So now I've got 9 silver. I'm rolling in it. So the next time I get abilities, I'm going to be able to just buy whatever I want. Make it rain. Don't forget to keep your spider legs if you've been after the spiders for the satire. Yes, exactly right. Keep the legs because they are a cooking ingredient, and any cooking ingredient that you don't need to buy will save you money, and also you get free food to bring your health back up. So it's excellent advice from Simon. That and eggs. If you're new to the game and you don't realise, anything with a grey name can safely be sold or thrown away if you need to. Anything with white is worth something, especially things like earthroot, mage oil. They are crafting materials. The white ones are crafting materials normally, unless it's something like that, which isn't white. So small egg is useful, small spider leg is useful. Mushroom cap is a food anyway. Earthroot and mage oil are both for herbalism, and these two things can be sold safely because they are grey rubbish. Just double check there's no
I am honored.
hunter abilities.
I am honored.
Yeah.
May the stars
So
guide
it's level 8 for the next ability.
Ishnu Allah.
Just selling stuff. Cooking quest. That's right, the cooking quest as well. There is a cooking quest. Right, Paul's off. Thanks for joining me, Paul. Thanks for coming and watching. Hopefully see you on the game. Nadro the Hunter. Saya was taken. Return of Nadro. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Hopefully we'll see you in the game soon as well. So that'd be good. Just gonna.
Be careful.
I think I'm gonna do the run to Darnassus. Pick up this quest on the way. And then we'll probably Hearthstone back and
Peace
call
be
it
with you.
a night from there. So this is us now, running to Darnassus. This, I think, definitely Night Paul. I definitely think Mike's onto something with this scale. This seems... It might be because I'm mounted normally when I see this zone now. This zone's bit the dust now, but it does seem quite big. The trees seem big. I wonder if they have scaled it. It'd be interesting. Seriously, everything sucks in Classic. But mostly you. Everything is awesome in Classic. It is, in fact, awesome in Classic. If you wonder what I've just typed there, I thought everything is awesome, everything is cool when you're level 15, everything is awesome in the Emerald Dream. You're welcome. Little cover there for you. It's different even if you're walking, running on retail. It's weird. I think it's because you want to keep the path because yeah, it's definitely partly that, and not like I wouldn't be scared to just run a straight line on retail. But oh, this guy's a bit laggy. Yeah, on retail I just run a straight line. It wouldn't bother me. But I think sticking to the path is taking me more time. Tempted to see it. I don't think something else has just hit me about vanilla. Am I right in thinking the only auction houses were in was there an auction house in Darnassus? Yeah, there was. Yeah, there was. I think that was in. We'll go and see now, but I'm pretty sure there was. I'm beginning to think the only auction house was in Stormwind. That can't be right, can it? I'm definitely misremembering that. I'm sure I am. Hey, thanks for the buff, Druid Dude. Always nice to have a free buff. 85 experience for walking into Darnassus, always nice. Now I've got to remember where this guy is in Darnassus. Running Greenspire. Where is he? Walking the pathways of the Cenarian Enclave in Darnassus. Yeah, this way. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, because it used to be... Stream lag check. Stream lag check. There's probably a bit of latency there, to be honest. Yeah, because if I remember rightly, the first mount was a level 40. It was 100 gold for the skill. No, 100 gold for the mount and 10 gold for the skill, or something like that, or the other way around. And then epic was 1,000 and 100, I think, anyway. And then that was taken down by up to, I think that was taken down in percentages with depending on rep. I could be misremembering. I'm about to go and find out actually on it because I can visit the mount vendor over this way. Just stick Simon on my friends list. There we go. I've got a friend. Well, a friend that I've added. It doesn't work that way. So, Brilliant Green Spires around here somewhere. Oh. I think I'm about to get kicked out of the game. Because there's nobody here. Yep. I feel like I'm going to get kicked out of the game in a minute because there's nobody here. Either that or this is so busy that it's still catching up. Oh well. That would be a convenient point to end the stream, I suppose. I don't want to get kicked out, but, you know, force my hand. Still getting the chat. No, am I getting the chat through? Yeah, I'm getting the chat through, so that's weird. That is very weird. I'm getting the chat through, but for some reason nothing's appeared. All the NPCs are AFK. Interesting. Very weird. Oh well, I think that is that then. So there you go. So thanks for watching, guys. If you're watching this on video, thanks for checking out the whole video. The next video will be getting a few more levels under the belt, so I'll probably get to level 8 before the next video, so then I can show you the next set of abilities and so on. It'll also be cut better, so you don't have to watch 2 hours of gaming to get a small amount of tips. Thanks to all those who've watched along live and chatting with me and joining in. That's been great. As I say, don't forget, if you want to join the guild, if you in the EU, you fancy joining our guild, then just drop us a message on the video, or drop us a message in the game if you can find us. And we're always happy to sort out a guild and get some good people together. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If you're watching it as a video, that really lets me know that you've enjoyed it, and I keep making them because I enjoy making them. And don't forget to subscribe. And if you subscribe, hit the bell, because then you won't miss any videos in future, any of this fantastic WoW classic content. So it's goodbye from Till the Hunter. It's goodbye from his pet he hasn't got yet. It's goodbye from me. And don't forget to play it on hard mode. Bye!